What's up, everybody?
What's up? That's my
What's
favorite little
going
sound.
on, people? I hope everybody out there is enjoying their Sunday. It's a beautiful day in beautiful Asbury Park today.
Absolutely, it's
And
a
I hope,
beautiful day down here as well. It's a 60% chance of rain here, but
wow, okay, we know the sun's shining beautiful here. Another beautiful day in Asbury. Everybody's in town having fun. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. So, I hope everybody's starting their day off, their Sunday off beautifully. And we're going to start getting into the show.
absolutely. Welcome, everybody. Welcome from the shore to Be More with yours truly, DJ Boom here in the building.
And I'm the one and only Shaheem,
The one and only, of
the
course, the
one
one
and
and
only.
only.
That's right. All
And
right,
don't
people.
nobody say nothing about me driving and being on this podcast because I can multitask. I'm a professional at this. I'm about
There
to
you
be
go,
at
people.
my destination anyway. But we don't let nothing stop the show. So that's how I go down.
No, every Sunday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., you will find us here. And today, people, as you heard me say, put out there, today we're going to be talking about sibling rivalries.
This is an interesting uh, subject.
It really is. Most of us grew up with brothers and sisters. I don't know anybody who's the only child, as a matter of fact. So if you have brothers and sisters, I'm sure there was tension there. There had to be. Always
Right.
is. As everybody finds their position in the family, you know? Um,
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, there was sibling rivalry in my house. I'm sure it was yours too.
Oh, absolutely. In mine. You talking about at the time? You talking about 9 kids, six
Right.
boys and 3 girls. So God dang well, there was some sibling rivalry going on there.
Yeah, I do know. And for those fans of the show, you know that I've lived with my family, the Singletaries, for a while as we formed a group La Ren. So I remember tension even then. Uh,
Right.
at, at times, as you can imagine, when you have a house full of people. Um,
At one time in that house, ladies and gentlemen, we had 26 people under one roof. So, you just use your imagination about the
yeah.
rivalry.
So with so many different personalities and things, living in the same space, yeah, there's going to be tension. It was in my mother's house too. My mother had 5 kids. I'm not the oldest. For those who want to know, I'm not the oldest. My brother's actually older than me. I'm the second oldest. And then I have 3 sisters that are under me. And yeah, there was clashes, no doubt. You know, um, Everybody, I guess, trying to get a piece of mother's attention or whatever. There was clashes in the house. And I'm sure
Right.
everybody out there, if you have brothers and sisters, you can think it back to some of the arguments or whatever petty things that you did to each other as kids and probably laughing about it right now.
Right. I'm sending I don't know why we got to send it to her every week for her to get on, but I'm sending the link to Auntie right now so she can get on.
Yeah, and actually I'm gonna send a link to one of my sisters so I can get them on later. And we're gonna talk about some of the things that went on in the house and
Yeah,
we laugh about those things now.
it's so many of us. I was trying to figure out who to send it to. Like, but I think I'm gonna send it to a couple of my siblings to get on and talk about the sibling rivalries in our household. Um, I just don't know who off the top. I don't know who's gonna get it first.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, this long we get somebody we can all talk about it. It might be therapy for some of us, who knows? But I know I'm gonna laugh about a lot of stuff, that's for sure.
Right.
I put out there, it's to see who knows my family. People know my family. Who do they think was my biggest rival in the house? I'm curious to find out what people say. So, people, if you're watching the show and you know me and my family, comment on. Put it in the comments who you think was my biggest rival, because I would like to hear what people think, and then I'm gonna let you know later on. In fact, my sister just reached out to me.
Look, did she just volunteer herself? Me?
Nah, she's waiting to get on, I think. Hey on, Debbie.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
Auntie.
How are you today?
I'm optimistic. How are you?
I'm fine. I can't wait to talk about this one. You have brothers and sisters. I'm sure at time there was tension in the house.
The boys against the girls.
Oh, really?
Really? It was never the girls against the girls or the boys against the boys.
Well, we're going to start with the boys against the girls. I could tell you heart-wrenching stories of how my brothers would take our dolls and throw the doll to each other, and the little sisters are jumping up to get their
Teasing you
doll.
guys.
It hurts. It hurts. It still hurts.
Oh, wow. Well, I think in my mother's house it probably was a little bit different. Because the, we couldn't put our hands on our sisters. We didn't. No, that was not allowed.
Right.
But that being said, I used to clash a lot with one of my sisters. I'm not going to say yet because I want people to comment and see if they can tell me who they think it was. I'm sure people could probably guess, but if people out there, if you're watching, if you think you know, comment in the comment section because I'm curious to see if you can figure it out. But yeah, I used to clash with one of my sisters quite a bit. But in my mother's house, I think starting off, especially amongst the boys, my brother started off, I think, being my biggest rival. He was the oldest.
Right.
Yeah, he was the oldest. And me being me, there's not gonna be anybody above me. There's just not. I don't care if you're number one, I'm not taking number two. That's just my attitude about it.
But you didn't have a choice because you was number two. What?
Yeah, but you know me.
You second.
Me. And so, yeah, I think at first, me and my brother used to clash a lot, yeah.
You are second in command. Accept your role, young man. Accept your role.
No, there is no general but me. In my world. And that caused a lot of tension. And it's funny because I know I couldn't get my brother on, but I would have loved to hear his side and hear him talk about it. I mean, we're young. Kids will be kids. We're way past all of that. But
Right.
I would have been curious just to hear his thoughts on that because we fought, man.
Like physical fights. I don't really
Of
recall.
course.
I don't really recall fighting my brothers, especially my younger brothers. I definitely wouldn't have fought them. They were younger.
Samir.
I don't think I've ever had a physical one. I think one time he and I had a physical fight. If we had anything beyond that, I just don't remember. Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Both of them.
Because to me, because to me, y'all seem to have the most tension. But that's me looking in from the outside.
Right. Mm-hmm. But physically fighting, I don't think we've ever done it. I don't think we had a physical fight except one time. Well, actually, no, I would say twice throughout the years. And that was a fight between me and the two older brothers. Me and my two older brothers. That was one of the fights.
Mm. Yeah.
And we was grown at that time.
Oh, okay. Hey,
So,
I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. But when me and my brother fought, we were young. I mean, we were young kids.
Right.
I guess after that, we pretty much figured out where we stood and just left it alone. And so that's how that went.
It's sure enough look like it's going to pour down raining today. I hope not. But anywho, let's see. I am way older than my siblings, so I basically.
That's my daughter chiming in.
She was the only child.
My daughter chiming in, yeah. And so after me and my brother, I think as we started getting older, my sister and I started clashing more. Sad to say, but true.
Right. Right.
Yeah, my sister and I started clashing more. I don't
Why? Why do you think that is?
see
That
if
was.
I don't want to give it away yet. So if I talk about it,
Oh,
people
okay.
are gonna know right off the bat.
Right.
So
Right.
because I want people to guess. See, I want people to see if they guess first. But if I talk about it, they're gonna know right off the bat who I'm talking about. You know. But you know what? I will talk about it. Let me go ahead and get it out there then. Um, my sisters, three of them, were all in a row. Okay, my sister Ursula, then my sister Erica, and then last but not least, the youngest, my sister Angela. And of course, my daughter wants to chime in again, and she already put it out there. She spelled the name wrong, but my sister Ursula was the middle child. Of course, I was right above her, and we used to battle. We used to go at each other. I don't recall a really physical fight. Maybe we did, honestly. That was years ago, but yeah, we used to go at it. There was a lot of tension there. You know, I wish I would like to have gotten her on. Maybe I can still get her on. I have to reach out to her and see if she could if she wants to talk about it. First of all, you know, because I have no, we've never talked about it, never got it out there, so I have no idea how all of that impacted her in her life. You know, as far as me, I guess there's some regrets, but we were kids. You
Right.
know,
Listen, that was the answer right there, and I already was gonna say it. I just was not gonna say it to give it away.
yeah, and I didn't want to give it away, but people who know us can figure it out. I mean, it's no secret. In fact, my sister, and I'm being quite honest with you when I tell you this now, my sister lives in the next town over from me. Okay, my sister Ursula lives in the next town over from me, and I don't see her much at all.
Right.
No, I don't see her much at all. No, I saw her last week at the party that was given for my younger sister at her house. I saw her that day, but before that, um, I couldn't tell you. You know, oh no, I saw her the week before because she asked me to fix a window for her. But before that, it's been a while. It's been a
Right.
while, and she lives in the next town over from me. Don't ask me why. We love each other. But yeah, I see my sister who lives all the way in Maryland, Delaware, Maryland, more than I see my sister who lives in the next town from me.
And what do you think the reasoning is behind that?
I don't know. I don't know. I know my sister's got things going on in her life like everybody else. But I couldn't tell you. I don't know. And I've never asked her. You know, we
You can
never
ask
talked about it.
yourself because you're part of the equation. Shaheen, you were saying we were kids, and I'd like to offer that you can't really pull the sibling relationship away from the parents and the adults who are running the household.
Right,
There's a there's an axiom that says as above, so below.
right.
So children often reflect tension in the parents' relationship.
Wow.
Even if let's say there's an absent parent and there's only one parent, but whatever that one parent's energy is, children pick up on it. Children
Oh,
are
wow. That's
extremely
interesting because my parents ended up getting divorced. They got divorced when I don't know, maybe I was a teenager, uh,
mhm,
teenager by then, or pre-teen. They weren't together that long, so they ended up getting divorced. And yeah, there was tension there. Of course,
mhm,
you know, it was not the perfect union.
mhm. And
And my
children often don't know what to do with tension, and so it goes in their body, and they act out the tension because they're actually telling a story larger than just the story of their relationship with each other, I mean the siblings, they're really
Wow.
telling the story of their parents' relationship as well.
We're gonna use
Wow.
box.
That is that is strong. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, my mother and father, for whatever reason, it just didn't work out, and of course there was tension there. But I had no idea that I could have had anything with doing what was going on with me and my siblings. We just felt we kids. I mean, be kids being kids, trying to figure out our roles, I guess, in the family. Me, I'm always wanting to be the dominant one. I guess my middle sister, as she grew older, she wanted to be the mom. And honestly, today she probably still is. Kind of as my mother's gotten older and things, my sister Ursula probably is starting to take on more of that role. You know, um, but yeah, I think that's why we attribute it to just we just who wants to be the boss, that type of thing. We didn't even think of anything like that. So that's deep. Wow, I wonder how many other families were the same way or could benefit from these words, because that was some real insight. I got to try and reach out to at least one or two of my siblings to get them on, especially see if they'll open up and really talk. Because I don't want to put my family out there without their okay, kind of sort of. And I talked to my sister already, and she was willing to come on. Now my sister Ursula, I wasn't going to do that. um,
And there is something to say about birth order: the
yeah, there
oldest,
is.
the middle, and the youngest, and how the birth order impacts the relationships in the family.
I think it greatly impacts the relationships and family because, like I said, my brother was the oldest. I didn't like that. For some reason in my head, that I didn't like that. And I'm being honest. It was a childish, immature thing, but I'm a kid.
How many years apart are you from your brother?
He's just 1 year older than me.
Oh, that's very close. So I could see how it makes sense to me that there would be some
I think
competitiveness
so. So I don't think
because
I'm
you're
different
both
from
over
anybody
the
else.
age. But your brother is not that much older than you. Even if your
Right.
brother had been 3 years older, his own role as the oldest might have been solidified. But
Yeah.
Shay, you came in before that role was totally solidified. So
Thank you.
your parents had two children in diapers or Pampers. I don't know if that's the Pamper generation, but
Yeah.
she had two. They had two children who were still babies.
Yeah. Yeah. And so in my head back then, I'm a kid. I'm a child. He's the dominant one because he's older than me. You know. And so I didn't like that. No.
But also as he's oldest, not just oldest out of context of his being the firstborn. The firstborn parents are most excited about. And,
Ah.
and firstborn is new and they're totally in love. Really, from a
Uh,
woman's perspective, that second born might be, oh shit. Oh, I have another baby. That might not be such a, I don't want to get in trouble with your mom. And I'm not saying this is so, just that it's something to consider that
Yes.
the second baby may have caused more anxiety and stress in the relationship. Even if there, let's say money was always an issue, as it is
Uh,
often in Black families, but still there's all that hope with that first one. And before they have a chance to really settle things, here comes another mouth to feed. So you could symbolically, and not you, but second children when they're born that close could represent a second mouth to feed.
wow.
And the child feels that, but doesn't have the language
But
of it.
I'll say this though. I'll say this though. Throughout all of that, I think I ended up being my mother's favorite kid. I will say that because I was always her baby boy. My mother couldn't tell me no for nothing, and I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. My mother couldn't tell me no for nothing. Even a no wasn't a good no. You know, so I love my mother dearly for that too. You know, my mother, just to to let people give people some insight. My mother, when I first thought about getting in music, I don't know, it was mid '80s. I'd always loved music, but when I first really started getting interested in it, I had no equipment, and my mother had 4 other kids and had been single most of her life. You know, at this time, she ended up getting married to my stepfather, and somehow my mother scraped up the money to buy me beat machines. I mean, things like this. And I don't know how she could afford to get this stuff. To this day, I don't know how she got this stuff. But my mother played a big role in me even being involved in music and me just becoming the man that I am. So I adore my mother.
Wow.
Oh, oh,
Wow.
oh.
That's
I don't know
beautiful.
how my mom did those things for me, and it almost chokes me up.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how she, but yeah, I always felt like I was my mother's favorite. So even through all of that, even though he was the oldest, she's the middle child finally, me and my mother always had that love, you know. Somebody just said to me, that is not true. Pretty sure everybody wants a piece of my mama. Everybody wants a piece of my mama, boy. She's a beautiful woman. She
She
really is.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
is.
yeah, she is. But yeah, our house was no different than anybody else's house. You know, it was full of love. But yeah, we battled. I love my brothers and sisters to death. We have done things for each other that that have just made us stronger, better as a family. And the love is there. But yeah, we used to battle. Oh man, I think, and I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm opening up myself some more here. I think the thing that really brought us together, even though we might have been so, is the death of my sister Erica. I mean, when she passed away, oh, whoa, man. I mean, mm, even to this day, that pain is deep. But when she passed, that really solidified us. Then, like, no, we all we have is each other now. That's it. You know. So and just the way my grandmother raised us as a family, my mother raised us to all stay together. We teach our kids stay together. We know at times there's going to be tension. It ain't going to always be easy, but we all we got. We all we got at the end of the day. Your friends are just friends. They come and go, but family is here forever. We share the same blood, you know? And so, yeah, we are rock solid. But yeah, we did battle.
Yeah, but sometimes it's our chosen family that we are that we might be the closest to. Just because we share the same DNA doesn't always mean that we're emotionally or
That's
psychologically
true.
compatible.
That's true. That's very true. Because I know siblings that don't even speak to each other at all. You know, stuff like that. You
That
know?
saddens me.
Yeah, oh, what? The saddest thing, I've seen siblings suing each other, stuff like that. It gets dark and ugly. And thank God, we never let it get to any point like that.
Yeah, I've
We,
seen types of stuff, especially with going through my sibling rivalry in my family. We ain't never get that far. I guess the first we got was to actually have a physical fight, but suing and now you just don't talk, and you know what I mean. First of all, we wasn't even raised in that manner. My dad, even though he
oh,
when I was 13, and my mom, that was not a thing to us. Like, it was more so figure it out. You know what I mean? Y'all have an issue. If you're gonna fight it out, you fought it out. Whatever the case may be, you figure it out. And it's always been instilled in us that all we have is us. You know what I
shit.
mean? Nobody's gonna have your back like your brothers and sisters.
And that's true.
So regardless of how long it's been since we spoke or have seen each other, listen, well, Shaheem, like I said, you was here with us on Debbie, same thing. Y'all will come here, and like, I'm at Sharonda's house right now. I could leave here and tomorrow see her and hug her like I didn't see her in a week. You know what I mean? So it's always that connection and that
I
thing.
want to talk to your sister for a minute because I have a question to ask her.
With who? Which one?
Sharonda. Sharonda there?
Yeah, she right here. We can
Let
put
me
her.
ask her something real fast. Hey,
Hello.
cuz, what's up, Sharonda?
Hey, Niecy.
I was about to leave out.
Now, I have a question to ask you about sibling rivalry and your sisters. Now, I know how close you are to your sisters. I know how much y'all adore each other. But have y'all ever had tension?
Mm-hmm. Me and Fudge mainly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a short.
Well, of
time.
course.
But,
Of course, we could.
But yeah, we had tension. 2012? We lived in Atlanta. It got pretty bad. You know, because a lot of stuff that came out that was a lies now that I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a lie.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only time. But me being the youngest, I don't really have no rivalry with none of my siblings.
What about when I was younger?
Yeah, that they all babied the crap out of me. So I every last one of them. Not one of them that don't baby me. So I don't really have rivalry. Me and PJ picked on me as a kid, but we never had rivalry. I never dealt with it. Like Saku just said, he's like, yeah, you was too young. Like, nah, I really didn't have.
Oh, okay. That's true. You the baby of the family.
And I still am. I still am spoiled.
All right, that's honest. Now, but that being said, even though with everything with my sister Ursula, I will say this: for people who don't know me, I've been to prison before, many years ago. And that being said, one of the only people to come see me, and the first person to come see me, was my sister Ursula.
Shout out.
That's right. One of the only people to come see me. And the very first person to come see me was my sister Ursula. So yeah, I love her dearly, even though we battled. You know, I gotta see if I can get my sister Angie on. Let me see. I don't know if she sent me her email or not. If she's watching, send me your email.
I don't know if you guys can hear the sounds that I'm making, but I was hitting the applause and the laughter. I wasn't sure.
No, I didn't hear it.
Drives me crazy half the time trying to get this stuff going. But
man, this tech stuff is something else.
I'm hoping to get some of my other siblings on here at some point to talk about the sibling rivalry thing.
Right. Also, at some point for everybody, I'm gonna see if we got any winners to my scavenger hunt. I haven't forgot about that either. That hasn't slipped my mind either. So sometime later in the show. So if anybody out there who took on the challenge and think they have all 3 items, they can put their picture in the comment section right now, and they can win that free T-shirt. Okay.
And also,
people.
This topic is not about my family and Shaheem's family and Aunt Debbie's family. It's about families, period. So if you're watching the show and you have been or whatever about with sibling rivalry, comment on it. Hit us up. Say you get in, you want to talk about it, whatever the case may be. It ain't just about our families. This is a topic about all families. And one of the things we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we were out with some friends yesterday, and we got into a deep discussion. And one of the things it was about is that Black families don't open up enough dialogue with each other to feel comfortable to talk to each other about things that may have happened, things that they're feeling, things with their children, talking to their children with open dialogue. So this is that platform. This is From the Shore to Be More. This is that platform to open up dialogue. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily to pick on nobody, to make nobody feel bad, to do none of that. Because a lot of things, like Aunt Debbie was saying earlier, a lot of times you don't even know that you're hurting or something is hurting you until you talk about it. And
Right.
then once you talk about it, you can get it out, and then life goes on. But you don't even know that it was even holding you back from something. Again, I don't know what's happening in everybody's day-to-day life, but that last night conversation, and that's the show we're gonna discuss that. But that being a show topic, because it got deep. It got real deep. I'm just not gonna go down because we're talking about something else, but it got deep, and I think the topic is very important to open up that dialogue, especially in Black families, because we don't do it enough.
And I'd like to say something about love. The reason I stepped aside is because I got a call from the hospital. My eldest brother is in the hospital, and he is becoming more and more disoriented. And so that's why I took the minute to make that call. But in to take that call.
Right.
But
Well, I'm sorry to
often,
hear that, first of all.
yeah, I mean, it's a very deep thing. I mean, it's really deep. But I am one of the primary caretakers, and I have another sister who lives in Maryland who is actually more primary because she's physically there. But I take when would say I love my brother, it is not necessarily like an emotional. I love him, because actually my brother um, got on my very last nerve.
Oh,
There
wow.
was a time, and Sekou, DJ Boom was like, I know what you mean. There was a time I even told
Oh,
him,
wow.
I don't like you, and I
Oh,
meant
wow.
it. I don't like you, and I meant for him never to call me ever again. He felt that because I was his sister, he owned that relationship, and so he never left me alone. But as he lies in that hospital, it is not my emotions that cause me to take the call or go to see him. It is how I act out love. So often we think of love as an emotion, as feelings, and love is a value. So I take care of my brother to the best way I can,
Right.
because because it's my value. Do I feel like getting on a train and going to Maryland for 3 days to see about him? And when I walk in there, he's not like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. He acts like, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Right. But it's because I am doing love. I'm
Yes.
being love. It's not just in my emotions. And a lot of people will say, oh, I love him. I love him. I love him. And they don't even give a telephone call. Ask them, do you
Oh,
love your brother? They'll say yes. But ask them, do they call him?
oh, wow. That's
No,
interesting you said that, because I haven't called
it's
my
too
brother in
uncomfortable. It's
a couple weeks.
uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to call him.
Mm.
It's uncomfortable for me too, but it's my value.
I haven't called my brother in a couple weeks. Now I think I better pick up the phone today.
I,
Nah, really, really, nah, that's true. I don't hate my brother. There's no thing there. Don't get me wrong. My brother is
Mhm.
just a very private person. He's in his own kind of world doing his thing, and he works a lot. But that's no excuse. I got to pick up the phone and call him.
just the idea of that that contact, like you said, that
Yeah,
sibling rivalry between me and my brother, the one that is right above me. I still reach out. I don't
right.
reach out much as I used to. Listen, I was that little brother. Those are my big brother's little brother. That was me.
Yeah,
Until this rivalry, this rift began to happen. And so I still would reach out and conversate and do this and do that, or converse, whatever people want to say. I know folks like that's not a real word,
hmm.
whatever. Um, Now I don't do it as often, because now I just regulate. I regulate the relationship basically,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
and that's how I'm able to maintain. a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Establish boundaries with, you know, certain things you don't know, certain things you're not privy to, blah 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 blah, and you establish that relationship that way. So right now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in a good space with my brother.
Okay.
Now, something beyond that, I'm not aware of it. But right now, I'm in a great space because of how I've began to regulate how we do
Right.
things. Everything before was 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 here. Now it's, you know, it's kind of like here. It's like, okay, you know, 10 times 10 is 100, but you don't know I added 10 to that. You know what I mean? So you
Okay.
100. You don't know the 110. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So those sorts of things. So you know what I mean? So you just keep it regulated and keep it
Right.
moving. To me, that is a part of love too, because you love enough to understand where people are. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
right.
And like I said, it's not about the emotion of, oh, I got heart eyes when I see my brother and see my cousins, aunts. You know, no, it's the love. The cousins. I called Darnell a few times. I called Raheem just to say. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'd be like, "Nothing. I'm just calling. I'm just checking in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just say what's up, blah blah blah. Let you know you was on my mind. You know,
Shout out to Raheem real fast. He down on the shore. He was down on the shore this weekend. He, in fact, in Asbury Park. Shout out, cuz, if you're watching.
I saw that. I saw his post saying he was saying he was down there. But it's like I was telling my wife today. I said, in my family, I am linked to every part of my family. That means my dad, mother and father side, my mom's mother and father side. I'm linked to everybody. I'm the only one. Nobody else is linked where they know everybody. So I'm the one that would have a get together, and somebody from each family would be there. So people are like, well, who's that? Well, who's that? Well, that's my cousin such and such on my mother's side, on my mother's side. But this is a cousin on my mother's father's side. Da 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 da, and vice versa. This is my aunt on my dad's side, but this is the aunt on, you know what I mean, my grandmother's side, and cousins and blah blah. So I am literally in the middle of everybody. I'm the nucleus of everybody knowing everybody. Even this commonality right here. Aunt Debbie is my dad's sister. You are my mother's nephew. But look at us, we share a show, and that link is me. You know what I mean? So that's just been my entire existence. And growing now, being 48, next year turning 49, I've grown immensely. I mean, I've grown immensely of how I see things, how I hear things, how just all of that. My siblings, I don't know how. I wish one of them would get on and talk about this thing. My sister said give her a
Now, in
second.
fact, I sent my sister the link. Ange, I sent you the link to your email. If you see it there, just click on it and I'll put you on. But if you get on, don't you try to put me out there. I'm telling you right now. Because I will cut you off fast.
I can send it to her in a text.
Can I give the link to my sister and see if we can get her on?
Absolutely. The more
Do
the
I
merrier.
give her the same link that you
Yep. Yep.
sent to me?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And
Okay, let me.
the more the merrier.
I just sent it to your sister in the text too. So
Oh, you did?
Okay, so Ange, there you have the link in the text and you have it in your email. Just click on it and I will put you on. And I know if she gets on, if she manages somehow to figure it out to get on, the very first thing, if I know my sister, oh, she probably watched it anyway now. But if I know my sister, the first thing she gonna bring up is me saying I'm my mother's favorite child.
right.
See, it's tension already.
Right.
You know, for those who don't know my family, my sister Angela is the youngest in our family, so she's our baby. But the crazy thing about that is that me and my sister Angela, we've never had tension. There's never tension with the youngest. That's crazy. There's never tension with the youngest. The youngest is always the baby, and nobody bothers the baby. I just noticed that. It's always the older kids that battle. That's true.
My two brothers were about a year apart now that I think about it. And they got along well. But I think they were, yeah, they did. But I think they were unified sort of against the girls, not in a malicious way. I'm not telling the story of, any great horrors. But it was clear, I think there was a clear distinction between mother and father in our family. My father was very definite about his role as a man, and he was definite about my mother's role as a woman.
That's the way the world was then.
But so I think the boys kind of, picked that up, and because they were older, they were kind of dominant,
right?
Towards the girls,
right?
And but I'll tell you my biggest complaint about my brothers. And this is a big one. If I went out to a party and I was trying to be grinding, with some boy, my brothers would come and tap me on the back.
Really?
Yes. And to this day, even my younger brother, I'm like 70. If I had a man here and my brother called and heard a man's voice, he would be like, "Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?" I'm like, I'm grown. Let me talk to him. Who is, So brothers, like, sometimes they think they
well, it's
in charge of the women.
It's not like
protectors.
I think we take our direction from the men. It's not. I don't think it's even something that's said, but you know immediately that you're supposed to protect your sisters. You know that immediately.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it's even ever said. It's just you just know automatically that you're supposed to defend your sisters.
Yes, but not when your sister is older and in her 60s and 70s. And you're still trying to boss her around.
Yeah,
that was for Brian, I guess.
My sister Angie is on, and of course she put her name as the favorite. What did I tell you, people?
Yes, but not when your sister is older and in her 60s and 70s. You're still trying to boss her.
Yeah. Turns out. So, Ange, how you doing today, sis?
I'm good. That's how I'm wearing my sash since you mentioned my birthday already.
My sister just had her birthday. I'm not going to tell her age. I'll let her do that, but her birthday party was last week.
50. She's 50.
Yes, but wait, first I want to clear up that it's clear I'm the favorite. That's why she kept trying. They kept trying until they came up with their favorite, and they ended up So let's just start there.
No, look, you ain't taking my spot. I already know. My mom's probably watching. Mom, you can put that in the comments. Which one, but I won't put it up there. But put it down there. I know my name's gonna pop up. Well, anyway, how you doing today, sis?
Good.
50 and fabulous, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know what we're talking about today, right?
Yep, sibling rivalries. It is something to be said when you were talking about know your position.
Yeah.
Order. I think the youngest never get into it because we know our position, we know our order. And
right. Immediately.
Everyone else are competing to be on that top dog list, the one that's telling everyone what to do. And that could be your problem with Urshi. Because y'all are very dominant individuals. Of
course.
Y'all want to take control.
Of
then
course.
I just I roll with it and let whatever happens.
Right. Of course. And you're the baby, you wouldn't notice, but it didn't start like that. I used to have much more battles with Jerry when we were younger.
Now I thought y'all used to play and fight. I don't remember y'all actually going at it. But
Oh no, we
again,
used to
I was
fight. We used to get in trouble for it, of course. So yeah, we fought.
young.
Well,
Okay.
how many years older are they of you?
Well, we're all steps, so 5. Like Jerry is 5, Tyrone will be 4, Urshi 3. It's
Right
pretty
in the road, fam. Yeah, our parents kept me busy.
They didn't have internet access back then.
They
They had social media and games to play.
Yeah.
Clearly, my mother and father kept busy. So, so I have nothing to say about that right there.
Right in a row too. Boing, 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 boing. Yeah. So we all right in a row.
We got your sister, your auntie. Here we go. We're gonna bring her on to the stream.
Oh.
Yes. What's happening?
I'm telling you, no fair. Somebody should have told me to get cute first.
You think you're cute?
I'm like, really? Let me see now.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Well, hello. Thank you.
You know what we're talking about today, right?
Sibling rivalry.
Oh, yeah. So we're interested in hearing some stories that you have to tell.
Well, I love my sister.
Oh, of course.
Which one?
I love that. It's like, well, of course, Now talk about.
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
Yeah, I would say, I don't know what Sherry's experience is, but when your sister is older, she's always older, even when you are 50. Even when you're 50.
I love your sister Deborah's art so much.
What
she said,
her screen froze.
Oh.
Yeah, her screen froze. It's frozen again.
Oh, okay. So I was sharing with them that you're the oldest sister. And I think one challenge is that the older sister is always the older sister.
Right.
And not that she hits anybody over the head with a stick and say, I'm oldest, but you grow up with the feeling of responsibility for your siblings.
Younger children.
I don't think that should. Yeah, you're shaking your head, Sherry. What you know about that?
It's true. I do agree. The oldest is always the oldest, and they're always gonna take control and they're gonna take charge because they may feel that burden lies on them.
But that's interesting because in our family, that's not the case as it plays out today. I mean, I can see, like I was saying earlier, now that mom's getting older, Ursula's kind of stepping into her role a little more.
Yeah.
And Jerry's probably like more in his own world right now. So I feel like I'm the leadership as far as the male side of this family. Even though we have Pop, my father's still alive. They're getting older, so I have more of a sense of, it's time to step up, especially be example for the younger ones that are coming up. So no, I can't be out here acting stupid. No, I can't be. You have that kind of feeling. Like what I look like being out here getting arrested when I have these young men to follow my example. You know what I'm saying? It just naturally plays into your head as you get older. The roles change.
I think this question was for you. What was it like watching your older siblings fight?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah. Jasmine posted. You see it?
We never fought.
What was it like watching?
I don't remember watching a lot of fights. So I really can't say. Like probably more now, but not growing up. I just don't really remember us being that type of family that would fight all the time. I know that we will speak our mind and we could be very strong and blunt about things.
Yes, I will say that.
I don't remember us actually fighting growing up. I don't remember that. I think now more so when things are being discussed and plans are being made, then there's a lot more discussion because Tyrone, you complain about everything.
What? Oh, wait a minute. What? Say that.
So,
Get it out. Get it out.
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear. I was busy. What you say?
you complain about it. Like if we're planning something and we say, "Oh, let's do this," then you're like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." Oh, I don't want to do that.
That's
I
not
feel
true.
that is probably more of us going back and forth because of that.
Because of a dominance thing, like, or I want to take charge.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A dominance thing, or a thing where if I don't say it's okay, then it's not okay. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. The second one.
So listen.
And it could.
I brought my mom. I asked my mom clearly. She could talk more about sibling rivalry.
Hey, darling.
You know what I mean? She can say.
Hey, we start talking about family. Everybody got something to say.
I don't.
Okay.
So, Mom,
don't.
what do you remember? Yes. The show is about sibling rivalries. And clearly, you had 9 children in your household. What do you remember most about the sibling rivalries? Or who had them the most?
I don't know.
And point out who's your favorite kid.
Yeah. You better not. You better not go there.
Well, that's easy. That's very easy. I had 10 of them, so got out of that one, huh?
All right, we know who it is.
I don't know who. I don't know. I left all that stuff behind me when y'all got grown.
Yeah, right. I know that's right.
So do you remember us as kids fighting each other? Because I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember fighting.
No.
A lot.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about
first around the boys.
Huh?
How about amongst the boys? No.
No, I don't remember them fighting either. No.
See, if I had lived in your house as a kid, we'd have been fighting.
You were in my house as a kid. You were
you're right.
You were not fighting.
And there was some interesting times.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But we all loved each other.
Yeah, you did. I think the biggest thing was Fajaya and Shamar with their little thing, because Shamar wanted to eat up everything, and Fajaya, when he would get his stuff, he would eat it all up, and Fajaya would just nitpick at hers to irritate him. She would do that. But as far as fighting, no, I don't remember any fighting.
Now,
y'all were pretty good with that.
Right.
When I fought with my siblings, I think it was when we were young. As we got older, we got away from that, though.
Yeah, I don't remember them fighting even young. They kind of, my kids like to play. So they played together.
Right. More than anything. Like I told her, I was telling them, I said, you remember 2 fights. And we were older at that point. One I had with a kid, and the other one I had with Gordon and Samir.
So, 2 fights? Where was that at? Outside somewhere?
No. On Creel Street.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Y'all was grown.
Oh, now you remember.
But we were grown.
Well, he said as children. They were grown.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I said I don't recall fighting as kids, and I remember only having 2 fights.
No, that was the only 2.
And both of the fights happened. One with me and the one with both Gordon and Samir. It was them 2 against me. Y'all see still standing, right?
Don't you start that. Don't you start that.
They're all still standing.
Leave it alone. Well, I mean, or Debbie, what about you and your sister? Was there tension there? I'm sure, right?
Well, I have a younger sister who didn't like me when we were children.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, no, she didn't. She didn't like me, and it it hurt my feelings very much. But I think I'm guessing that it's because her being the baby girl that maybe there was rivalry over Inez's affection. And Inez and I were
Oh,
close. So Inez and I were very close. I mean, I can only guess because we've never quite spoken about, although I'm gonna call her as soon as we're off the show. I don't know that there was anything rational about it, but she just didn't like me, and she made it known. Are we in trouble now?
oh, I see Tawana.
Is
What's up,
that
Okay,
cuz?
first of all, I would like to say hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Hey,
Tawana.
what's up?
I
What's
know
up,
I'm like
brother?
so late,
We
but
got a good group here today.
I see. I
Yeah.
was organizing my desk area, my office area, my home office area. So
Okay.
so I was like, when Sekou chimed in on me to say, hey, can you get on? I was like, give me 1 minute. That was what, 30 minutes ago? I was trying my best to hurry up. Because
See,
when
and
I
that's
put stuff together, I have to make it
I
child
lie.
safe
See,
all at the same time. So
that's what a
Well, you
rivalry
look beautiful.
lies a lot, and I don't understand lies so much. Like, what
okay,
is what?
sibling rivalry I can speak on right now since he's talking about how much somebody's a liar. So
Okay.
okay, no, just kidding.
Okay.
Sibling rivalry for me. Can I just jump in, or
Yeah,
somebody else
yeah.
want to
I'm
talk?
curious. I want to know.
My sibling rivalry, believe it or not, was my sister Fudge.
Oh,
We went through a lot growing
oh,
up, like
really?
almost since I can remember. And at this point in life, I decided that we are who we are, and it doesn't change my love for my sister. Like, if anything, um no, it just never changed my love for her. Like, I deeply love my sisters. I mean, my brothers too, but I'm talking about the person I have the rivalry with. I love them so dearly that as I grew older, I just decided whatever goes on between us, I'm going to have to understand that this is who she is, and to always just be upfront with her and pick my battles. Like, do everything have to be addressed? Do everything require an extreme emotion behind it of, things like that? And I just, at this age, but we went through it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. I did not
Woo!
know that.
I didn't think she liked me. I was like, she don't
Wow.
like me, but she'll say, I
And
know
Debbie, you feel
you
the
love me.
same way about your sister. Like, you don't think like she liked you. That's strong.
Yeah, I think she liked me. I really did. I was like, Fudge don't like me. I love you. I don't know how to respond. Like, you love me, and she
Well,
would do wonderful
but
things for me. Wonderful things. And then that would
yeah,
confuse me. And then it'll be something she would do that would be totally opposite what and I'm like, catching me off guard. So my emotions would be so high, my temper would be so high. But
to
no,
Wanda, I love when you ask the question, does everything have to be addressed? So that if somebody says something and it's a trigger, does that trigger mean it's about what they said, or does it mean it's about what's going on,
exactly right.
inside of me? So I
Right.
like that.
Right.
And even in saying that my youngest sister didn't like me, I'm using language that is probably not accurate for what
Right.
was
Oh,
really happening.
yeah.
There was
absolutely.
some need of hers
A
that
piece.
she was not able to get met, and so what I might have experienced is the
Hey,
energy of
mommy.
her not getting her needs met. And it looks like it's about me. It probably wasn't about really literally me.
Her.
It was
Yeah.
about how does she get her needs met and what story is she telling. So if I guess at the story, I'm guessing that it was a story of needing more love, and attention, and
And at this
that
point, I don't even care no more.
mm, mhm.
because I just want to love on it's like loving on all of my siblings and even if I go outside of my siblings, my cousins, I just want to love
Absolutely.
them. And
We have different spaces in our life. And that
yeah,
being
and
said,
it's like I don't want to
that being
change
said,
what I'm used to from being little with my
yeah,
family, because now we all, becoming individuals. We having our own
right.
individual experiences, and it's making us who we are. And if it's changing us to be whatever it is that makes us like have a difficult time together, it's
Yeah.
like
And
it was hard as
we
a
all in a better
teenager,
space in
though.
our life. And I want to say this because like earlier my sister said that, yeah, I complain a lot. And I've heard it before. Yes,
I
I
believe
know.
you. I believe you.
So to all my brothers and sisters, I want to say right now, I'm going to stop complaining so much. All
No,
right.
it's not that. It's not stop complaining so much. Yeah, stop complaining so much. I'm not saying that you can't have
I got it.
your own
No, go
opinions
ahead,
and
Angie.
your
I
own
want to hear what Angie
thoughts.
has to
We
say.
love
Let her
y'all.
Message received. I'll
Let
stop
me
complaining
Let
so
her
much.
talk. Let her
No,
talk.
I'm not saying you can't have your own opinions and your own thoughts. That's not what we're saying. And maybe me and Hershey plan things before we talk to you and we already have our mindset. That could be part of it too. When we talk to you about things, it seems sometimes that you just want to go against it for whatever reason.
Well,
But we welcome your
like you
own
said.
thoughts and opinions. We do welcome that.
But you have to be clear, like as siblings, we have to be clear. Like we can't just assume, like, because we are like, especially for us now, all of us, we're in our 40s, 50s, and all of, and up. So now it's like if you have a different of opinion on a plan, it's like you can explain that. Like, don't just no, I don't want to do that. It's kind of explain like, well, you guys. Remember, I have, for example, I'm only good. I know how to explain best with examples. For example, when say Koo wanna constantly bother me about everything, and I have to say Koo,
Y'all
I have
girls
a
trying to
new
throw us under the
job.
bridge today.
It's very important. I'm working for like the mayor's office. I'm working for a lot of these big programs for Baltimore City. I want to make sure that I'm focused. So when he calls again and say, "Hey, are you available?" It's like, just son of a, But it's like explain. Like sometimes we have to explain ourselves. So Tyrone, if you're being, just oppositional to what a plan is, try to explain and give some feedback to why. Don't just be oppositional, because that's what leads to confusion.
Hey, to know me and to love me, baby. It is
Here we
what it
go.
is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wait, so why are we talking about it?
And by the way, speak for yourself. I'm 25.
Okay.
Oh, my
when you go
I stand
come
corrected.
home and don't stop by.
I have to say, I hate to interrupt things, but I got a couple of things going. I got to get ready to go someplace, and I got to finish this work that I'm doing for someone. So I love
thank you very much for coming on.
Well, I appreciate it.
You are Inez.
Yeah, another time. It would be great.
Thank you, Inez.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Bye.
No.
That being said, we also got to start winding down in a few too.
Is I don't
say that again,
call and do what I want.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You tell her we're not gonna let y'all girls dominate the show today. Just like we were kids, there's still a rivalry going on.
So I guess nothing's going to change.
I want to hear more from the favorite. No.
But hold up.
I'm talking now. I'm talking now.
Shay shared with me. Shay said, "Well, Mom, y'all grown now, so you're gonna have to do things to take care of yourselves. So if you don't want nobody to disturb you, block your phone." I was like, I don't even know how to do that without personally seeming like I'm blocking my family. Like I don't want to give that impression. Show me how to do a don't disturb. No offense to you, say cool, but I have to do it. And to your mother too sometimes, because I really be focused and y'all will call me.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
I'm never in a space of feeling like, oh, she ain't answering her phone.
Right.
Trust me, I can see that you're on Do Not Disturb. I see it.
Okay. Good. Oh, good. Good. Okay.
Message. So here's the thing. I'm sending a message saying, "Are you busy?" acknowledging what you said. Now, if you take it some other way, that's on you. But
No,
that's
I
me
don't. I just
acknowledging
no, and this is what I explained to Shay. This is what
or I'll just
Hey,
this
say
is
hey,
what I
hey,
explained
Edge,
to
Edge, you see this here going on?
Yeah, they
this
worse
is what
than
I
us.
You know what's
explained
up,
to
man?
Shay.
Y'all need some
I said
therapy. What's
Shay.
up?
Right?
No, but this is what I
Hold
explained
on.
to Shay.
Wait a minute.
I said when say cool for Jaya or anybody in the family called me, their call is important to me. I said so, and then as being an older sister, I said, you know, many of my siblings may not understand, but as an older sister, you're kind of come second to your mother. So when you have them call you in a certain way, and then I feel like I was groomed this way. When they call you, you want to answer their call. Like, I understand you're not my child, or you know, but it's like, oh, like, yes, they cool. Really? That's great. What?
What?
You know, then I gotta go, wait a minute.
Guess what?
Talk, you know, so I'm not blaming you.
Wow. It sounds like y'all got enough issues for another show, but unfortunately,
No,
we got to
we don't.
wind this one down.
No, we don't have enough
We got to wind this one down. So I want to start getting down to the announcements and stuff too. Go ahead.
This is our show. We can go as long as we want.
Yeah. Oh, yo, but listen, I got stuff, brother. Maybe you got your day is open. I got stuff to do. Let's wrap this up.
I want to say real quick to the favorite. The name Cream, the favorite.
Who's the favorite? Oh, I think.
Cream.
God.
I understand wholeheartedly what you're talking about as far as your brother, because doing this show, he got on my goddamn nerves. Now, I love him. There's no short of love there. No shortage.
You already know what's gonna happen,
right? And
we need to have cousin rivalry on that show.
Coming up, the name of the show. I said he's in the Jersey Shore. I'm in Baltimore. They call Baltimore B-more.
I just realized y'all was talking about me. I was trying to do something. What? I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Wait, let him finish. Go ahead.
I like it. I like it. And I'm like, why? It's a cool ass name. Like, you're on the shore. I'm in B-more. We got something.
I hated this name. I hated it.
Right?
And it's a good name. Go ahead.
I like it. But now he loves it. You know what I mean? So at some point, even as brother and sister or siblings, we got to know how not to take things personal when we're dealing with folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It personal, like he don't like my ideas. Like, what? He don't like my ideas. No, that's just him being him.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this whole show has been a collaboration. The whole show has been a back and forth. Everybody, just so everybody know, yeah, we clash, but we work everything out. The whole thing's been a collaboration.
And this
you
is
missed the note first.
Right. This is what
oh, Debbie, we talked about that, didn't we? I'm immediately defensive. I don't know why, but that's just how I am.
I said, how do you feel about having Aunt Debbie on the show to do a little segment, blah, blah, blah. He like, oh, you think that'll work? I don't know. Da-da-da-da. But then he said, well, let's try it. And no.
Absolutely.
So this show wouldn't be this show without you, Auntie. So we got to give you
that's right. You've definitely been a benefit to this show. And I want to say thank you for coming on.
I thought I was about to get noticed. Like, and so this is your last show.
No. You've definitely been a benefit to the show. People tell us all the time they enjoy listening to you and enjoy your advice and everything. So you've definitely been a plus. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I love my job.
So listen, we'll do a show at some point. But what I like is in that open dialogue, that talk to each other. Shaheem know damn well I ain't taking nothing personal on him, and he know I know I ain't taking nothing personal on him. Blah blah blah. But as sometimes we don't know how to distinguish that. It's not personal. It's just who they be. So that's what I was talking about earlier, as far as my brother Samir.
Yeah,
I got him in a space to where he knows this but don't know that. He get this but you don't get that. That way, my in a certain spot. And it's the same thing. To know him, to love him.
Well, I think we can all agree we're all in a beautiful space right now. As we're getting older, we learn to accept different things, about each other, and that's just the way it is. And it's a beautiful thing, I think. So, we're all growing together.
I promise one day I'm coming to the house. I'm setting my schedule up where I'm not working as much on weekends and stuff like that. purpose to be more attentive to my wife, the new kids that I now have. So
Right.
all ties into everything. So I want to do a little bit more as far as family and friends and just have a personal, not everything go business. So at some point before this year is out, I'm gonna be at y'all house.
Oh, mine?
So,
Yeah.
You said that before.
Yeah, go ahead, Tawana, and then I'm gonna wrap up the show.
Okay. With that being said, yes. Then respect people's spaces and when they want to just be home with their families too. If you want to be your family, don't drag everybody else's family and y'all family.
Oh, Deb, you have any last words?
I love you all.
Oh, thank you. We love you too.
You gonna ask me?
Go ahead.
Especially my
Where's the Greg? Angela, do you have any last words?
I do. I would say I love you all as well, and I love my family.
We love you too.
And also for me, we have to reach out more. Like, don't put me in a group text to say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. You can call, reach out. Don't text me Happy Birthday. Call me, and I need to do the same thing.
I was about to say that. Okay.
Back to the old days.
Happy birthday! Oh my!
When we call each other, and we just don't do that. Like every once in a while, a text to say what's up, but when it's a holiday or a special occasion or something,
I think
a second to call.
I think you and I stay more in contact with each other than our other siblings.
Yeah,
that's really good to know, though. Is that to your siblings or all of us?
Just everybody, because I don't do it either. Sometimes, like if it's a birthday or something, I will call a person, or a holiday, I will call. But a lot of times people are so busy and they just send out this group text with 50 people on there, and you like, oh my, I don't even know half these people. And it's like Merry Christmas, like, damn, you can just call me and say it real quick.
Yeah,
now we get you, but real quick before I get, I don't know if Aunt Darlene is listening. Aunt Darlene, are you listening?
I'm listening.
You have any last words before we sign off?
No, I don't. Not really. Except for Angie, happy belated birthday, and I need your address.
Okay, Aunt Darlene's good with that. Aunt Darlene will call.
Oh, Darlene love to talk. I get my aunt on the phone, and I know I'm gonna be on the phone for a while.
Darlene will call and check. It can be a storm. She will call and make sure you're okay.
Now you right, your Darlene is good at that.
More like that.
I have to keep in touch with family.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
3:30. Is that too late for you? I'm not saying we have to. You can't extend it to like 3:30, or that's too late.
I gotta run.
Okay.
I got stuff to do. You know, this is a good conversation, but I can see now we need to have a conversation. I think about family in general. I think we can get some cousins on. I think we need to have a good old discussion about family in general. And I think if we do that, I think we're gonna get a lot of healing in the family.
Yeah. When you do don't text me, call me and tell me.
Oh my God, you're so pleased with this girl. All right, listen, let me get to the announcements, y'all. I got to get to the announcements. So first of all, I want to say thank you, Boom and I, and on Deborah. We wanted to say thank you to everybody who came on the show. We really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful show. I think we all can agree, right?
Yes.
Right.
I thought it was on sooner.
Yeah, it was a beautiful show. So thanks everybody for coming on. Now, two announcements. Boom, what you got going on this week?
Oh, so it's not this week.
Hey, cool, you chop up.
Yeah, drop it out.
That's because I'm
real bad.
That's
real bad.
I'm about to kick out the studio.
I can't hear you.
There she go. From the screen. There we go. Because mommy's phone was acting silly.
A little bit, yeah.
So no, I'm just at my regular spot on Wednesday at what is it? Loafer's Lounge or Loafer Seafood Bar and Grill in Catonsville. I got some floors to put down tomorrow. And in about a week, I'm going to Daytona. I got a silent headphone party to do down there for about
Nice, congrats.
And then I'm having foot surgery. Then I'll be down for a little while.
Wow.
Oh, you having foot surgery?
Huh?
What you said? You having surgery?
Foot surgery.
Yeah. I'll be having surgery on my left foot. I had surgery on my right foot. Now I'm having surgery.
Well, good luck with everything.
Yeah, good luck with all of that.
Thank you. So that's me. I'll be down for a little while. You can follow me. Anybody don't know, you can follow me on the official DJ Boom on Instagram and just plain old DJ Boom on Facebook.
There it is, people. On Deb, you got anything you going on?
Oh, the only thing I've got going on is I'm going to have a birthday meeting with Angie, and
Oh man.
we're going to have a private talk.
Okay, I
No,
would
you're
love
not, because I'm about to drop my sister any second now.
that.
Listen, to everybody who's watched the show, thank you for your support. To to the supporters that's always supported us, thank you very much. We love your support. And I got to remind everybody, please subscribe to the show. Subscriptions are free and they help us immensely. For cannabis smokers out there, you can find some good products on my website, Hazy Trades at hazytrades.com, HAZYTRAYZ.com. And I'm sure you'll find something that you'll like. Also, don't forget, the video shoot party for my song Waitlist is coming up July 30th. And I'd love to see as many people there as possible. It's going to be in Baltimore at Salitas Petite Studios, 1800 Woodlawn Drive, people. And it's going to be a movie. That being said, it's time to end the show. Anybody got last words?
Thank you. And we love each and every one of y'all. I only put you on the screen because you can still yo. So you have
Bye.
no. Y'all get up with this whole crocheting thing though, because she's a beast with that.
Yeah, she is. I ordered something from her already.
Oh,
for my
thank you,
granddaughter.
y'all.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Shout out to the name of your business, Tawanda, real fast.
She Gets Hooked on
There you go.
Instagram. You can look it up. And that's it, I guess. And you can just look at what I do. I'm not afraid to challenges, but I do not do blankets. I don't want anyone to hit me up about a blanket. You will bore my life sitting on one thing for too long, just to be honest. But
There you go.
everything
No
else,
blanket,
I love
folks.
to make. Pillows, I can make pillows. I can make a lot of things. And I love challenges of something new as well. So please, if you see something and you think it's possibly something I can make, all I can say is yes or no. But most of the time, I will make an attempt. I'm like, okay,
There
let's
you
try.
go, folks. Go look for her on Instagram. I'm sure you're gonna like something.
She
Like
Gets
some of the
Hooked.
things she does. Yeah. So that being said, goodbye, everybody. We will see you next week at From the Store to Be More,
Okay,
2 p.m. to
bye-bye.
3 p.m. next week. Bye, guys.
Thank
Bye.
y'all.
Happy birthday, Angie.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Thank
watching,
See you later,
everybody.
Angie.
Thank you.